Yeah, I don't think I did.
No, I don't think we've spoke.
Shannon, you.
What up?
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good?
Papa Squat, buddy.
How you doing?
Big burn.
You gonna tell him?
Ready to kill it today?
You gonna tell Dave?
I'm gay.
Jesus Christ, you're 2 minutes late. We already all know you're fucking gay. I'm gay? He's like, I know, I was at your house last night.
Seriously.
We already knew it. We already knew.
I'm like, I know you want to talk about it.
Julian was already in here, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So I can't talk shit for him being late. Just
I wasn't late.
Oh, no?
Scotty B was talking to me for 5 minutes.
Nice. I had to drop my
So you were halfway late because you could have told Scotty, fuck you, I got a meeting.
Well, Scotty, I've been telling Scotty to do something for me for the last 3 months, and I'm making sure it's getting done now.
I got you. Who else is missing?
Brian's on leave, and then Nate's on vacation.
So this is it?
Is it?
Alright.
What's going on?
Yeah, mate.
Must be nice.
Must be. Where'd he go?
Back to Coast. Back to Coast.
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. It's ready to go to Mardi Gras, that asshole.
He wouldn't.
Florida
He would go.
right now, he said.
He would be the one to go. to
I
Mardi
think
Gras.
he's going to Florida first and then going to Mardi
He's
Gras.
in New Orleans.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, how's it going out there?
This winter was kicking my ass.
That one.
Starting to pick up though.
Yeah, it's picking up right now.
Yeah? How's it feel out there?
Cold.
Feel good.
Cold.
Yep.
Feel good.
Okay.
I feel like people want to talk to me.
If people want to talk to you?
Yeah.
I like your
I
answer.
feel like less people are coming.
So you're not too cold?
No.
You're one of my favorite people at the table.
Throw a heated jacket on.
Throw a heated jacket on.
How's it going out there?
I feel like people don't want to talk tonight.
I feel like people don't want to talk to me. Why?
He's scary. I don't know.
It has been like that though.
No, I mean,
They're so used to having oaks come
I'm
out.
blaming winter, but I think it's me not taking the time.
You're not taking the time with your customers?
Mm-hmm.
Taking the time for what?
To get to know them, love the one I'm with, you know. what I
Sure.
mean?
So what are you doing? You're just jumping into it? How long on average are you at a lead for that you don't sell?
That I don't sell lately, an hour and a half, or an hour at the absolute least. The ones I do sell are like 3 hours.
You don't know when they leave, do you?
I should know when they leave, because they should update their results when they leave the house, so I can track that.
Yeah, and they all got trackers on their cars anyway if they work here.
Mhm.
So I want to put that in right away. I want to know what time they get there and what time they leave.
He wants to know what time you get there and what time you leave, so you need to check in when you're there, and you need the results you leave when you get out.
You guys know why I
I've
want to
been
know
telling
that?
you for 3 years.
Yeah. Along with it.
I want to see which one of you guys are lying. Makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So we all know how this works. We're gonna get the shit part out first, we'll get to the good part.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the shit part. These leads cost me a lot of fucking money. And if you don't sell that lead, we lose all that fucking money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you go inside of a house and you're there for 20 minutes because you're in a hurry or because you're not feeling it that day or because you think they hate your face, I mean, somebody else is coming after you that is ready to talk, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
How often, I mean, we do our drops, right? We'll do our drops, we have to.
Yes.
Car shows. How long are you in between these drops?
15, 20.
15, 20 minutes, I was gonna say, about 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
I mean, I don't believe you guys 100%. I believe that maybe you do some bets, it's nothing personal, it's a truth. Only because I watch every day our leads that come in and what we sell and what we don't sell. Now, I understand math and I understand seasons and I understand all that. I've been salesman my whole fucking life, right? So I get it. The other day I told Dave, I said, man, we had a great day today. Do you know why? He's like, I go, because the fucking sun's out. You know, everybody turn into buyers quick. I did. What's the first thing we all do when it's cold as fuck and suddenly it's 55 degrees and sunny? You're outside with your shirt off. And you're like, geez, it's 55. I'm just sitting there. I love it. You know what I mean? And you automatically want to fix your garden and you want to fix your roof. You want to fix your siding. You want to buy a new kitchen. You want to buy a new fucking car. Whatever the case may be, right? So we're getting to that time of year again where people are waking up. They're coming out of their winter slumbers, which means we have to wake up from our winter slumbers, right? So I taught you guys are new. never heard me speak before, but everybody else here, you know, I got a few basic lines. A good sales guy is 95% honest, and that's the truth. It's 5% bullshit, and that's the truth. And both of those things got to account for huge portions of what you're putting out to a person when you're sitting in their house. That's how you're really going to get ahead and sell. If we're not taking the time to build the value, why would they buy from us?
They won't.
They won't. They absolutely won't. So I've watched guys come in. Ethan, right? Is he the one who's closed a couple?
Contract?
Whatever. Hey, when Steve first started, he did the exact same thing.
Right.
Literally. Right. And he's been very well. And I've also watched him have very bad weeks. Right.
Fuck yeah. It's part of
Is it
sales.
because he's a big loser? Maybe.
Sorry, guys.
He used to be.
Maybe.
Is it because he got comfortable?
Yeah.
Yes. Is it because he started rushing his appointments? I 100% know it is. Is it because he doesn't say the right lines anymore? Yep. Is it because he got too arrogant? Probably. Is it a mixture of all these bad habits developed quick with an arrogant person that thinks that they can close anybody in the world? 100%.
Damn.
It's fucking truth. 100% the truth.
Maybe Thursday.
Yeah.
I mean,
You're right,
let's wake the fuck up though, right?
Right.
I'm a great sales guy, and I've had a lot of bad weeks. I went out there and was like, oh God, I turned into everything I just said. Fuck, I'll nail it. Fuck. Damn, we missed 9 in a row? Jeez, I'm a loser. And then what do? You start making up excuses to tell each other, oh, I almost got it, but I didn't. Shut up. It's like telling a fishing story.
Yeah.
Right.
Full of shit. They hated you. They couldn't stand your fucking face. And half the reason was because you didn't break common ground. You didn't spend enough time to really listen to what your customer needed, right? You rushed. So what I'm saying is we gotta stop the rushing. We gotta get back to the basics. Now, for you guys, I've been here for a minute anyway, we know the system works. That's why we use it. We also know that as you get more and more into it, you twist it a bit, which is okay. But it still has to stick around that straight line, right? Because if you get too far off of it, you develop your own system, and no matter how good you think you are, you'll fall off course. You will crash. It's the reason that they're put there, and it's the reason that every sales company in the world uses systems like this, because they genuinely work. Right? So I just want us to get back to basics. Spring's coming. I want us to crush it this year. I want to see everybody close well over $2 million. The guys that should be closing over $2 million, or even higher. I don't know how much you guys know about this. Well, you should know a decent amount from Dave, but I started this company when I was 18. I'm 40. I really kicked it off in 2012, though, so 10 years ago. It's come a long way. We've been through some shit. But I can tell you this, we've built a solid foundation where most people in the Metro Detroit area know who we are now. It wasn't started by some big corporation that came through and had all these proper systems. It was started by me and Dave and whoever else we started pulling in over the years, and Anthony and Miko and yada, yada, yada. And we've gotten smarter every year and bigger every year. And this year we have more strategically planned advertisement purchase than we ever have. We've got better people backing it, working for it, yada, yada, yada. So what does that mean? It means two things. It means A, we're going to see a lot more better leads. And B, we're going to be working a lot more this year to make sure that we can hit those numbers that we want to. Okay. It also means that when you are out there running these leads, most of the customers you're going to sit with are going to be even more excited to actually sit with you, because you're going to be coming from one of the top tier companies in the Metro Detroit area. And anybody in this room that's ever bought from anybody knows that you want to deal with somebody on the up and up. Right? I've been in sales my whole life, and I still don't want to buy from some half-ass guy. I don't care if I'm broke or if I've got money. Why? I don't want problems. That's just the truth. And with that being said, I know you guys who've been here for a minute already know, fuck man, we got our own set of problems. We do. But so does every other company out there. We cannot help what happened with COVID. Okay? But as long as we can stay on the upper part of all of that and our reputation stays good, which it is, we're going to crush it. All right? Numbers don't matter. I say this all the time. Price doesn't matter. And people disagree with me, but it's the truth. It doesn't matter. None of that shit matters. I said that to Dave and them the other day in the meeting. We're talking about the sauce, right? I mean, we were literally talking about, like, at the end of the day, the price means jack shit, nothing. If somebody disrespects me that I purchase from, I fucking hate them. Right? Hate them, right?
Okay.
Fucking hate you. I gave you money. I gave you something I wasn't gonna give anybody else. You motherfucker. You came and acted like my friend and then you ignored me. I fucking hate you. Don't do it. It's all about that. It's all about perception and everything about it. Make sure you're taking good care of your customers. If they call you, answer their call. If you don't have an answer for them, find that answer. Are you gonna be the worst sales guy or the best sales guy? Because what happens when you take one good turn? What happens?
Another one follows.
Another one follows. What happens when you take one bad turn?
Same. Two of them follow.
Right.
Mhm.
And all of a sudden you turn to shit.
And you're in the hood and you get shot.
No one wants to look at me.
It's truth, right? And you're your own worst enemy. Man, I tell this fucking guy all the time. Like, what we say right off the get go with Anthony. I'm like, fuck, dude, you're cheating. You got a baby face. Like, you already won. You're way fucking better than this motherfucker. I'm not being funny. I'm being
He's got
real.
a pretty good beard lately.
Listen, I think you're an extremely attractive man. But let's be realistic. No, seriously. And I said this from the get go. You already walk in. How many customers do we have? We just talked about this, right? About Anthony. How many fucking customers, when we sit down and we ask our customer, why did you buy from our sales reps? Why? Because we always ask, right? Why did you buy? Why'd you buy? When we get to Anthony, how many customers have been like, he was just so darn cute? Seriously. I've had customers flat out tell me, he wasn't the best rep, but God, he was cute.
Really?
Huh, well, fucking great. So then when you're like, oh, I can't start a conversation. Well, what are you doing? Like, if you're already ahead of Steve, nobody's ever said Steve was so darn cute. Never heard it.
Smooth talker.
You're pretty good.
I've never once heard it. I hope I do. I'll let you know. But I've never fucking heard it. So, my point is, man, we get on our own bullshit, on our own mindsets, right? And we fucking crash. And we crash.
So I see his advantage, but what do ugly sales reps do?
So,
Talk. We use our fucking mouths. What do you mean? We give them blowjobs.
there you go.
Do what you gotta do.
Man, I've been teaching for years, and if you guys were a brand new, some of you already heard me say this, if you guys were a brand new class and I was just teaching you anything about sales in the industry, my opening line would be ugly people work twice as hard. I do.
Yeah, fucking
You're right.
sucks.
Nobody's ever walked outside and seen a bed of dying flowers and thought, God, that's beautiful today. It just doesn't fucking happen.
You're right.
Toughest fucking man in the world, and watch him walk out and smell fucking roses, and I promise you, he's gonna be like this pretty and that. He's attracted to beauty, right? We all are.
Yeah.
Y'all ever at the beach and you see a bunch of fat chicks walking by, you're like, ooh, yeah.
It doesn't happen.
Never fucking happen,
Just me?
right? You see that, you motherfucker. You see that snotty bitch though there that's got everything going on in her body. She sucks. And what are you doing? Man, I'll get caught cheating to fucking eat her asshole, right? Even though somebody else was just in it.
Yeah.
Discussing futures. We are attracted to beauty. We are. So, ugly people work twice as hard. Fucking truth. And then after they work twice as hard, they've won though. Because really, what do we all really want? We want that beautiful thing. We want that thing for sure. But what do we all really want though? We want trust. That's what we really want. So we start here, and then we just start bouncing around until we really get what we really want is trust. But we're not going to go right for trust. We're going to go for beauty first. So you better talk, motherfucker. But after you can get there, you're good. Now you got trust. So when I sit with my customers, and I haven't done it in a minute, I've been busy, but I'm about to get back to it, and I'm really excited. Man, I get to know them. I always do. I sit down with my customer, I want a new friend. And it's not even just part of my gimmick. It's not like I'm like, haha, I'm going to get your money. No, I genuinely like people. I really do, man. I want to hear their story. I want to hear about their life. I want them to get personal. I love when customers cry and shit. Seriously. I've had some fucking customers tell me, man, my husband died, blah, blah, blah. Break it down.
When they say that, you know why? Because I was telling him yesterday. I don't know what it is. You could say a sad story to me right now. I'll tear up. Can't fucking help it.
I'm going to do it in a minute.
Yeah, I fucking will. Like, it's the craziest thing. A customer one time, he's like, Yeah, I got to the Angels of Hope. He's like, our granddaughter, she was 9 and she had cancer and then right away. I was like,
Yeah.
Throw some money in the.
No, and you had a special moment with that customer.
It helps.
It
They
helps.
bought.
It does, man. You're tying into somebody, right?
Yeah.
You're good. I've said it 1,000 times, man. It's like going to the bar. You mac on every girl there. If there's no connection, it doesn't fucking matter, right? But if you finally find that one who's drunk enough to give you the connection, score, right? And if you want that connection, how hard are you really going to work at that connection anyway? Some of them are a little bit tougher. Speaking of tears, though, man, me and Tammy watched this movie last night on Netflix called The Girl Next Door. It's a true story about this girl that was like tortured and murdered.
Oh my God.
And it was beyond fucked up. Like I read the entire Wikipedia page about this girl afterwards because I couldn't believe what she went through. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. It's a dude. This girl got taken in. She was 16 years old, and the caregiver, the mom that had 4 sons that lived there, basically let all the kids in the neighborhood and her own kids torture and rape this girl for 3 months till she died in the basement.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's a dude. They like burned her vagina and shit.
I'm gonna watch. That's fucked up.
It's
I have to watch
And
it.
the mom like
That's
orchestrated it?
ridiculous.
yeah,
What
it
the
is
fuck?
fucking mind blowing.
A person like that.
The Girl Next Door?
Like,
It's
you let
yeah, but there's a
something like that
couple of them.
happen
You have to go to
children,
Netflix. It's
All right.
The Girl Next Door on Netflix.
Let people, everyone take a bat.
It's that one fucking line. That's just.
When she died, there was 150 branding and
Yeah.
lemon on her body.
Yeah,
It-
lemon juice sprayed on them.
It was so fucked up. Oh, they put this girl in a bathtub of salt and shit. Like,
Oh my fucking.
That's just.
there's not a lot of movies that I'm staring at the screen and reading Wikipedia because I'm like, there's no way this shit happened, right? And it wasn't even like the best acting, but I'm like, fuck me, man. Some little girl went through this shit. God
That's
damn.
insane. I wonder what the punishments were at the end, or just the mom and everyone else.
The mom died in prison.
Go back to connections though, there are fake connections. Like, you can draw something out of a customer, but it's almost like they're just bullshitting you to make you feel like you have that power. I've had it a lot. Where customer cries in front of you and you're trying to comfort them and talk to them about like personal experiences. Cause I've been through some shit too. I can connect with that. And then at the end of it, it's just like, well, yeah, that's my reason why I'm not gonna dump the gun or something.
So you didn't hit them right, that's all.
It's, I guess, yeah, but it's like they're giving you that emotion.
They're selling you, and they're just making sure they give you, or they may be saying to sell. We can say that to sell. Maybe it's just they're being real, right? Hey, man, I've been through a lot of shit, and I want you to be honest with me. This is where 95% of your honesty from yourself.
Maybe they don't think you're sincere about
Yeah.
Could be that too.
And it's like, guys, it's not like I'm going to tell you every sit you go out there makes me cry. No. I'm saying though, when you're having to sit with somebody and you have that much of a connection where something like that does happen, because it does happen, right? It's a special moment.
Mhm.
It is.
Absolutely.
And I don't care what relationship you're building. Sales is relationships. Fucking relationships. It's all it is. So at the end of the day, if you're going to build a relationship with anybody and it becomes sincere and emotional, laughter, whatever the fuck the case may be, talking about racing, cars, right?
Anything. I was just thinking about that right now. Like, I'll cry in one fucking set, the next one I'll be fucking laughing the entire time. I'm like a stand-up comedian. Doesn't make sense, but that's just whatever.
And I'm not trying to rejoice Dave Miko at the table, but let's be honest. If Dave Miko came to my house, I would buy from Dave. I know Dave. I know Dave well. Dave's a very, very sincere man, and he's funny, and he's got a good personality, and you can tell he fucking genuinely cares, right? Those are keys to success in sales. They are. And if you can do that shit every day, if it becomes repetitive, just like working out, you fucking win. It's anything you want in life you can have. And I said to people 1,000 times because you can't. But it ain't gonna just come to you. You fucking work for it. You grind for it. You pay attention to people that have been in the game longer than you. You listen. You listen to people that haven't been in the game for a fucking day. You listen. You guys are brand new, but I bet if I sat here and listened to you talk all day today, I would steal at least a sentence from you. But ooh, that was clever. I'm taking that shit. And what do I do with it? I put it in my invisible toolbox. Because when I'm going to sit there with the customer, man, I got a big fucking toolbox, right? And that toolbox got all kinds of shit. But when you tell me no, all right, I ain't done with your head. Right?
Right.
Keep it organized though.
Absolutely.
You gotta keep it up.
Cause sometimes you'll say a line and it doesn't even make sense. They still buy though.
I grabbed the wrong, my bad.
You know what, then you say that.
Yeah.
And it might work, because if you've
Yeah.
already got a little bit of a laugh anyway, they'll be like, oh, he's funny. All right, fuck it. Right?
I mean, yeah, you're right.
What do I want to bring up to you guys?
I get, those are Nate's contracts, as you said, you wanted me to print out, you're right.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Contracts. I mean, your contracts are changing and whatnot, but
Yeah.
we gotta go over some basic shit here. So, skylights. You guys should already know this, you shouldn't have this issue, but you guys might have this issue.
I actually, that homeowner that was just here, not the current one, but the other guy, he wrote his number down in my notebook and was asking about skylights and stuff. I didn't know much on it, so I just said, give me your number and stuff and I'll do some research for you and get back to you.
All right, when it comes to sales, devil is in the details, right? So if you come to my house and you fuck up, you sell me a roof and I got 6 skylights, and you write on there, nothing about the skylights, you didn't charge me for the skylights. If I'm a prick, I'm gonna sue Rock Solid and I'm gonna win. You know what I mean? So you gotta be really clear when you're selling things. I'm not trying to scare you, I'm just being honest. It's part of the job. You have to be really clear when you're selling things, and you guys do too, because everybody's got bad habits. The devil's in the fucking details. For a long time at this organization, people got away with it. It's not gonna happen this year though. If you fuck up and it costs a company $1,000, you ain't got no commission. Why? No money. You know what I mean? So write it down, make it clear. Are we doing the skylights or are we not doing the skylights? Or whatever the case may be for the job. If you're talking to a customer, what I always do if I'm talking to my customer, and their skylights, I'm like, hey, do you want to replace your skylights? Or $1,000 piece, whatever they cost. I don't know, blah, blah. I make sure my customer understands. No problem. I don't have to do the skylights, but understand that if there's any leak around those skylights in the future, even if it's next week, it has nothing to do with us. You're gonna have to replace that whole section. It's important, because this contract right here, we've got 2 skylights that are leaking on a customer's house right now. If you just called them. So we had a meeting yesterday, and I said, Dave, I'm curious. How are we handling this? Like, what's going on? Mike gets a call. 2 skylights are leaking. Mike says, okay, we'll take care of it. Because the guy says we should take care of it. I thought, oh, well, we shouldn't be taking care of it if we didn't charge the guy for the skylight. So here's Nate's contract. Roof. Not doing gazebo. Couldn't get an attic. 2 skylights, 2 flash. That's what he writes on his contract. All right? Now, I understand what that means. I do. But is a judge or a jury going to understand what this means?
No.
We're going to lose fucking like that, okay? Now, Nate might have even told that customer, hey, man, don't even worry about it. I'll just flash your skylights. And you're like, cool. Nate, you guys are in sales. Keep your costs down. I just want a commission, blah, blah, blah. I'll word it this way.
Right.
Fuck you. You word it the wrong way, we're in trouble. You're eating it all. You don't want to work for free all year, right? Plus, you don't want the person to put a bad review online because you said something the wrong way. You don't have to. The devil's in the details. Make sure you're writing this stuff the right way. If I was going to write this, I would write, doing the roof, blah, blah, blah. We are not doing the skylights. However, we are reflashing the skylights. No warranty on the skylight area. And it would be very, very clear, because you don't want to lose your fucking money. You don't. It's important. I don't want to lose my money. And you don't want to waste the homeowner's fucking money. You want everybody to win, right? So please make sure when you guys are doing your contracts are correct. Oh, you print out a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, I figured you would pass them out.
Appreciate it.
But guys, that's on everything. I mean, this is just an example with skylights, but anytime you got something weird or anything, spell it out more detail, over detail it if you need to. Just to make sure it's clear and covered and the customer knows exactly what you guys are doing. We know exactly what's going on. There's no gray area of interpretation.
It does seem like there are some gray areas though with certain things that we do that we don't know about. Like I honestly didn't know if we're just reflashing skylights that we don't warranty them. It's something I just didn't know.
We're gonna add that, we're redoing part of the contracts too from some of your guys' feedbacks. So the roofing, there's gonna be a spot where they're like gonna initial and that's gonna be in there. You know, we had it, and again, this doesn't happen that often, but you know, there just happened to be like 2 or 3 of them in the last week or so that called up and it's like, it's just all of a sudden like snowballed and it's like, what the hell's going on?
that kind of makes me think about one more thing. What about like awning removal? Is that another area that we don't really warranty? Like if we're removing an awning and doing siding?
And putting it back.
Anything that you're,
No, just full removal. I didn't know because it seems like it's the same thing. There
Or
was an
spell it
opening
out.
there at one point.
Removing existing awnings and disposing.
Okay.
Make it clear or whatever, because otherwise if it just says removing awning, the customer comes, oh, I thought you were putting them back on. And now we threw them in the dumpster and damaged them or whatever, so.
Well, now that makes me think of a contract. But I didn't say dispose, but they knew they were getting rid of it. I just said removing left side awning or whatever. That's it. So I don't know if there's something else.
I thought you'd come back and be like, wait a minute, I thought we were getting the awning back on and they destroyed it and.
so just so you guys understand about awnings, I hate awnings. So when I'm out there, you know what I do?
They're ugly.
Your awning's never gonna go back the way that it's supposed to, just throw it away. Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna listen to the sales guy.
Yeah.
You own them, right? You do. The second that the customer's going with us, you own them. They want you to own them. They don't want, you come to my house to sell me something that I don't know how to do, I don't wanna know shit. I want you to tell me and be like, dude, just let me do what I do. Thank you, for fucking sake, here's my money, leave me alone. I don't wanna do it.
Yeah.
Seriously. If you're out there and the job looks like it's gonna be more difficult, then we probably don't wanna do it.
The juice ain't worth the squeeze.
No.
Juice ain't worth the
I like that.
Now, it's 100% true. Now, with that being said, you don't want to take advantage of people either, though. You don't. Like, I mean, if I go to someone's house and they got a beautiful fucking brand new awning and she's 90, I'm not gonna be like, fuck that awning. Like, no. Come on, man. Listen, you motherfuckers, you gotta meet your maker one day. Don't be dirty, right? But most awnings you run into are built in 1972 and they suck.
Yeah.
No, I don't wanna fuck with the awning.
It's
It's garbage. But if I go out there and it's something brand new and nice and yada yada, and they love their awning, I'm gonna say, okay, I don't usually like messing with awnings. There are awning companies out there that will take this off and put it back on. If you want us to do it, we will. However, I can't warranty or guarantee that it's gonna go back the way that it's supposed to, because I just don't know. I'll put on the contract to be very careful taking it off and putting it back on, but the warranty and the guarantee is not on us for that part. Anything that's out of our element, that's what you always should be doing. Just cover your ass, cover your ass, cover your ass.
Right.
Cover your ass is the name of the game in sales. 100%. Cover your fucking ass.
Retractable awnings, we don't touch. Don't fuck with those things. Have the
Which
company come back out.
The what?
The retractable ones that come out.
I usually tell our customers,
Or call the company that installed it. They'll come
Yeah.
remove it and reinstall it.
even if they got the shitty aluminum ones, I usually tell them, you know, we can do it, but fuck that. They're old school. Let me throw it away for you. When we're done, call that company and they'll come and they'll put a better fabric system on anyway, which is what everybody wants. And most, again, man, you own the customer. As soon as you're saying that shit to them anyway, they're like, yeah. And even if they're like, I don't know, I really like my aluminum. All right, well, let's talk about it for 20 minutes. Why? Because let me help you out. Do you know how often I look at my customers and tell them my job is to help them? Like, all the time.
I'm not a salesman.
I'm
a
not.
sales coach.
It's the truth. Do you want a coach in your life? You're goddamn right you do. You want as many as you can fucking find. I know I do. And if you don't, then you're a dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't want to get better? Who doesn't want to be greater? Who doesn't want to make the right choices? Like, nobody, right? So yeah, when you're sitting out there with your customers and you're debating things, man, give them your opinion. Express to them why you have those opinions, you know? Let me help you out here. I don't want to be your salesman today. I want to be your coach. This is what I do every single day. I know I'm a salesman, but I genuinely care about my customers. Let me show you why we're going to do it this way. Let me explain it to you. Most of the time you have that 5-minute conversation with somebody and then they're fucking putty in your hand.
Just make sure, like on those awnings, though, like Dave said, customers responsible for removing and reinstalling existing awning. Nice and clear, everything else, I mean, if the customer's
Rated on.
buying something
Yeah.
or doing something, spell it out on there. You know, park fucking the dumpster on the right side of the driveway. If there's something that they're adamant about, put it on there. If
Always.
you know that they're landscaping, they're real adamant about that and protecting it, and making sure it's covered and all that. Even though we're gonna do it, we should be typically doing that on every job, but put that in the notes, because then we know here it's a red flag. Be extra careful with these people, because they're, you know, if you fucking step on a weed, they're gonna fucking shoot us, so.
Right.
Anytime there's crazy shit and I'm writing a whole paragraph, I always say this is for us and for you, so that everything is spelled out and everything is 100% clear, because I don't want what I said and what we agreed on to not be on this office to know.
And I asked them the question too, after I go line by line through the contract with the customer, I said, is there anything that I'm missing? Because if it's not on here, it's not gonna be taken care of. We discuss something, let me know so I can put it on, in writing.
It's a good one, so.
Every time.
Every time.
Nice.
Well, I'm gonna have to go change my shirt. Fuck.
This is a good story now.
You guys work 3 times as hard.
Now I'm ugly and stupid.
Ugly, messy, son of a bitch. All right, guys, when you're getting the jobs financed, how many are you going for the double dip?
What do you mean?
Get a deposit on the financing.
Oh,
No.
I try.
I'm not saying that at all. So you
Oh.
sell the person the roof and they're
Oh,
$20,000, they get approved for $40,000.
oh, every fucking time.
Oh, yeah, if I see they're
I'm
approved
still
for a
learning
lot,
about
try and-
financing A little bit.
Yeah, when you run financing.
I gotta
for-
ask about that too, yeah.
All right, so we're gonna teach you about that today, no problem, we can do that quick.
Yeah.
But listen, you should be able to look and see what they're approved for.
Okay.
So with my customers, when I get to somebody's house, you know, I'm very calculated. I want money, right? So when I get to someone's house, I read my lead. Here for fine, whatever. And while I'm walking up to the house, I'm looking at everything else outside. What else can I sell these people? Not only because I'm greedy, but because they have to buy from somebody. And I can make more money and I can save them more money if I bundle things anyway. So I'm all about the bundle package. You know what I mean? A good salesman will be. If I'm walking up to a roof lead and I can see that the siding is fucked up and old and the gutters and the windows, whatever the case may be, I start dropping little hints throughout the conversation, especially if my siding ties into my roofing. If I got a system that's already tying into something like a flash wall, right? It's very easy for me to explain to my customer why I would also do the siding. Makes sense, right? Do you do that?
When it's there, if I try to, I could get better at it.
How do you do it? I'm your roof lead. That's not gonna tell me anything. You don't talk.
That's,
I'm talking about where there's like step flashing,
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
elevation down.
Yeah, perfect.
He's talking about the
Yeah,
roof
You have
and then
to
the
start
side.
off the flashing anyway. So while we're there, if you want your siding done in the future, you're gonna have to take that flashing back off again.
Okay.
To run the siding all the
Not
way
bad.
down. So it's better while we're there.
All right, Miko.
All right, so Levi, your roof right now, I'm showing you a picture of your roof right now on the hover. You see how the roof ties in? It goes right into this wall right here,
Yeah.
the siding. For me to flash this properly, I'm gonna have to tuck underneath and get underneath the siding.
Okay.
You have old aluminum siding on your house right now.
Okay.
When I start pulling that, it's gonna bend up. It's just not gonna look right. I mean, your siding's already at that point right now. The proper way to do it is to do your roof and your siding all at the same time.
Okay.
Now, what I can do, since we're doing multiple trades, is I can work out a better deal for you, because I got multiple crews staying at your home at the same time.
Okay, makes sense.
And plus, you're approved for this much for the financing, your monthly payment will only be this much more.
Cool. I like all
That'll
that.
work
I'm
for
gonna
you.
add some more to it. So where's your marker at? Like these ones are fucking easy, by the way.
Yeah, you gotta explain the flashing shit a little bit more, which I didn't do.
All right, so we've all seen this style house, right? Here's your garage. And here's your top roof, whatever, where the fuck it goes, I don't know. Well, I can't tell. So anyway, here's your flash wall, right? This is an easy one, your top story. So I'm out there for, you guys figure that out.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm out there for the roof. Now, if I'm walking up and I see aluminum siding everywhere or vinyl, whatever, no, if it's new, I'm not fucking with that shit. But if it's old, right, and I'm already doing the roof, yeah, you got your flashcards here, it's fine, sure enough. This is how I go about that. I would knock on the door. Hey, how you doing? Levi Rock Solid. I'm here to look at your roof. I see. Are you having any leaks or anything going on right now?
yeah, in my daughter's bedroom.
I'd love to see that, but. So anyway, I'm gonna go through, I'm gonna do my thing, yada, 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 and I'm gonna ask the guy, is there anything else you're thinking about getting done before you even really go in the house? Anything else out here, or is it just the roof? Are you thinking about getting your siding or anything done?
I was thinking about it, but I just need the roof done.
Okay, cool, no problem, give me a few minutes. So anyway, while I'm out there, I'm gonna take a lot of pictures right up here anyway. Now, when I go through and I'm not doing this whole thing, so it'll take way too fucking long, I'll do next week if you want, When I'm going through and I'm gonna draw this shitty little picture for my customer, and I'm gonna take pictures of the actual flash walls, I'm gonna say exactly what Dave just said. The only difference is I'm gonna say this, and this is where I'm getting towards my closing anyway now. I've already got him feeling pretty decent about the roof, yada, yada, yada. I'm explaining to him why I'm the expert in the field, why he should hire me against somebody else in the industry. So here's where I'm gonna come with all this. This whole front line here, because you know there's gonna be a front porch here too. Like always, I didn't draw it. Right? You're gonna have like that 6 foot overhang. That's my tie into this part. And right here, you're gonna have your piece of aluminum. And then right here, you're gonna have your piece of aluminum, your counter flashings, right? Everybody knows that? So anyway, this is what I'm gonna say to my customer. Hey man, I know we're doing your roof, yada, yada, yada. You got old aluminum siding. Here's just the truth. You got old aluminum siding. I might be able to get away with not damaging all while we're doing the roof, but the reality of it is it's been there for a very long time. It doesn't bend like vinyl. Once I start pulling that flashing away, yada, 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 there's a good possibility that it's actually gonna bend and look like crap. A. B, the biggest problems we have with water on roof systems are on chimneys, vents, and flash walls. They always are. But things have changed a lot since this house was built in 1990. The right way for me to do this would be to strip everything off and run ice and water shield up your walls everywhere before I put on brand new flash cards. This is gonna guarantee that your house is built solid. You never have to worry about anything again, okay? Now, I know you weren't planning on doing the siding today, but it's my job to tell you what's best for your property. So here's the benefits of it. A benefit is that it's actually built properly. I'm not using old aluminum. If you hire some company, my competition, I promise they're gonna use the old aluminum. They don't wanna get up underneath that stuff. We gotta get rid of it. It's been nailed 3 or 4 times. There's holes all over the crap. B, I'm running ice and water shield all up the perimeter where I actually should, which is gonna guarantee you never have a leak again. And C, the big one is this. Even though you're spending more money today, you're saving way more money in the long run. And this is why. And now I'm gonna break down costs, okay? So here's your roof price today. I had you priced at $20,000, where the fuck it was. Fine. Sir, if I came out here just for your siding, if I wasn't out here for your roof, the siding price would be retail, $30,000, whatever the case may be. Now, sir, what was your roof 3 or 4 years ago? I don't know. Well, I can tell you what it was because we all know what gas cost 3 or 4 years ago. We know what this cost 3 or 4 years ago, right? So if I got a $20,000 roof package today, 3 or 4 years ago, it was probably more like $15,000. It's not getting any cheaper. So if I do your roof right now for $20,000 and I do your siding, that should be $30,000. 3 years from now, how much are you gonna pay for your siding?
35, 33.
$35,000, $40,000. Now you're $60,000 into this project. And you gotta do gutters. Not to mention the fact that I can't even do it the correct way because I'm doing 2 components that should be done together at completely different times. I get you don't want to spend more money. I completely understand it, but I can do the siding today for $30,000 and the roof for $20,000. If I'm already here, I can save you more money. Let me see what I can do. Let me call my manager, right? So now I'm gonna bust this siding package that he wasn't even talking about doing down to $25,000. I just showed him how he was going to spend 70 grand in the next 4 years, not even having it built the right way, which is 100% truth. There's no fucking sales guy bullshit in it. It's the truth. Your customer doesn't want to hear the fucking truth, but guess what? It's the truth. Guess what else? He actually does want to hear the truth. He doesn't know. He's busy, man. He's an engineer. He don't fucking know anything about this shit. All you just did was put a puzzle in front of him and help him build it. Right? Now, by the time you get done talking to this guy and saying, hey, man, here's your price here, here's your price here, put these together, I'm going to save you $25,000. And it's done the fucking right way, man. I got ice and water ran up, like you're done. You're good to go. You never have to touch your exterior ever again. If that guy either has the money or can get approved for the financing, especially if you can work that deal out for him monthly, guess who sold the job? And made a lot more money. And made your customer a lot more happy.
Mhm.
Now, how often are you guys really doing this shit?
Not enough,
Do you know how often I do it?
every time.
Every goddamn time. Do you ever see when I put shit in this? I haven't done it in a minute. But when I throw stuff on WhatsApp, they're fucking big.
Yeah.
And I do it all the time. Combos. You know why? Because I'm an expert at speaking, and I'm an expert in my fucking trade, and I'm an expert at making things make sense for people. But I've been doing this my whole life. So we all have to do that, though. We have to walk into our situations and go, Dave sent me a lead today. Maybe you hate the fucking lead. Man, I only got one goddamn lead. What are you gonna do with it?
Sell that bitch.
You're gonna go fucking in and out of that house in 25 minutes, not even hit on points you should. What's gonna happen if you go in there and you try to sell that guy that roof, and I come knocking on the door behind you, and they're like, oh, you gotta go get another guy here. I'm gonna fucking crush you. And I'm gonna walk out of there with twice the money you were gonna get. And that customer is gonna call their fucking sister about me. Swear to God. I know what's gonna happen. Why? I spoke correctly. I put a puzzle together for them. I made them see exactly what I could see. That's all this job is. Sales is universal. I don't give a fuck what you're selling. It doesn't matter. We could start selling anything from our ice cream. I don't know. You know what I would do? I would make it make sense why you buy a whole bunch of fucking ice cream. It doesn't matter. People ask me all the time, like, oh, you construction companies? Yeah, they have construction companies. But I mean, really, what do we really have?
And advertising.
We have a marketing company. That's what we really have. And the people, you know, people are like, how do you use subcontractors? And I know a lot of people lie. No. Man, brutally honest with everybody. I said, fuck yeah, I use subcontractors. You want me to explain to you why I use subcontractors? I'm glad to. The other guy didn't use them. Great.
Yes, he does.
I don't care. Let's explain why I use subcontractors and why it's more of a benefit for you to hire me. Seriously. I'm going to ask you this question. This is one of my lines I use, and I love it. What kind of car do you got? Ford. You like it? Do you really give a fuck where it was built? Great. Why'd you buy a Ford?
Because it got me to and from, it was nice.
And you trust the brand, right?
Yeah.
Great. Why'd you call me? Because you trust the brand, right?
Right.
Great. Sign right here so I can get this fucking job done. Because at the end of the day, I am Ford. It's the same thing. That's why people build brands.
Right.
No, I would never say it the way I just did to you, because that's fucking dickish. And that guy'd be like, you're a cocky fucking asshole. Right? I would say it in a completely different way. Well, I mean, and this would be way, no matter, this is when I'm stretching and I'm in my bag of tools anyway, but it'd be way better. Sir, I see, let me ask you this question. I see that you drive a Ford out there, and this is after they ask me about subcontractors and yada, yada, yada. And they don't understand why it's not a bad thing. This is at this point. Okay, sir, I see that you drive a Ford. I also have a Ford. Can I ask you why you bought it? Is it you just trust the brand, or you're not a Chevy guy? And they'll say back usually, yeah, I like Ford, or I trust the brand, or whatever. I understand. A lot of times I'll tell my customers, man, when you're buying from a company, at the end of the day, that Ford could have been made in Mexico or Canada. It really wouldn't matter. If it shows up here and it's warranted by Ford Motor Company in Michigan, you feel safe and secure, right? Of course you do. Well, with rock solid exteriors and a lot of my bigger name competition, it's the same thing. We do what we got to do to keep our costs down so that we can get our jobs done correctly for our customers. And we make sure at the end of the day that if you call us on Christmas Day, we pick up the phone. That's our job. And that's why I'm proud of this company. That's a lot better, right?
Right.
So everything that you say in somebody's household is going to go a long, long way depending on how you speak to that person. Now, don't get me wrong. The first time that I just said that, there's been customers I've said it just like that. But it was a fucking arrogant prick that I had to match his arrogant prickness right back to him, because at the end of it, he's like, let's have a beer. I'm like, yeah, great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's a whole other level of training systems.
Right.
That's when you're really starting to learn how to read people. Because a good salesman is a chameleon.
Fuck yeah.
A good salesman goes in,
Yeah.
opens his ears, listens to exactly what his customer's saying, figures out what kind of customer he's got, and then takes that straight plan that we've developed, that's a good plan, and puts little bits of twist, not too much. Don't fall completely off course. Just enough where you still got that customer.
Yep.
That's it. Make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
So when we're at our customers' houses, stretch it, man. Talk them into it. They'll get excited. I fucking promise. Dave, how many times have you sold a combo job on something that was supposed to be one thing when you left, they were pumped? A shitload. A fucking shitload. I sell combos every time I sit with people. How much you want to spend? 10 grand. Great. Let's get 50 out of you. And when I leave, they're like, yeah, hey. I'm like, oh, sweet. Love this job. Like, I promise you, it's there. But if you're like, if you don't know how to talk to them, you're fucking dead in the water. If you walk in and you're like, no, you're not going to win. Now, with that being said, do not sell combo jobs of bullshit, guys. It will hurt us. Remember, A, we got to get the customer's job done. So we got to take care of our customer. B, rock solid has to be taken care of. I can't pay your fucking checks. And C, your guys' checks depend on that stuff, right? So when you're putting together a package for a customer, don't sell stupid shit. All right, I sold this thing. We only have to repair 3 window screens and paint a fence post. Like, don't, you motherfucker. I'm going to cancel your contract. Because those little things that you think are not a big deal are what kill us. Oh, it's only 6 foot of gutter. Who the fuck am I going to pay to go run 6 foot of gutter? Like, if you sold a 6 foot piece of gutter, you better have got $2,000 for it. Because the guy I have to go drive out there to do it, he's not going to charge me $5 a foot. He's going to charge me $50 a foot. There's no money in it. Makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, like my brother, he owns a painting company, and I was like 6 months ago, I was like, it's just trim. He goes, fuck you.
What's the worst?
It's the worst. In my head, and as soon as I said it, I was like,
it's just trim.
Right? But like in my head, I'm like, it's the little part. He's like, are you, fuck your mother.
It's the hardest. You gotta cut it twice on both sides.
Come on, man. No, but it's a truth, right? So when you're making your combos, if they're worth this, if the juice is worth the squeeze, then do it. If it's not, then fucking don't. A lot of my customers will ask me about things like awnings or whatever the case may be, and I make sure that I go ahead and get them out of that direction. We don't want that. That's bullshit. Make sense? So check to try to build the combos. Now don't lose your deal because you tried to build a combo either.
Right.
You know, and that can happen if you're not smart about it. If you're trying to sell this combo package and you already had the roof and now you talk them out of it, well, you're fucked. So you don't do that. It's a give and take relationship. It's just like any other relationship you've ever had, right? So stop, listen, see their face expressions. Are they interested in this? Blah, 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 blah. Don't lose it, but you should be able to get a lot of them.
Just to jump into on the combos, think about it like Oaks Roofing, for instance. They don't do siding. So if you're in there and you're talking about a roof and things, the customer usually wants to deal with one contractor for everything. And if they're looking at doing their siding or whatever, it's a good way of getting it back in there and saying, hey, let us take care of everything for you. And remember, Oaks doesn't do siding, you know, or you got fucking wall side windows that if they do anything, they're subcontracting out the roof part of it all. And most customers, hey, I want one payment, I want one option. So, you know, open that door. But like he was saying too, don't feed them an objection where, well, I got to think about doing it all versus just doing the roof, or, you know, you want to open that can of worms too. So you got to be careful with it.
Guys, war broke out last night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming.
What happened?
Ukraine and Russia.
Oh, they were fucking bombing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
7 a.m, man. They couldn't wait. Like, let people sleep in a little
I
bit.
did, everything's crashing.
Oh, everything is fucking.
oh, it's fucking trash.
It's all red.
It's
Yeah. This week is
Russia attacks
fuck.
Ukraine.
All right, so here's what does that mean for our industry? Any takers?
Guess.
Price is gonna go up on everything,
There you go.
all across the board.
Is there any bullshit in that?
Absolutely
No.
not.
Fuck no.
How much
No,
does
no,
it
no,
cost
no,
to
no.
equip one fucking soldier in the fucking army? It's like $18 million.
The place
for
they
one
want.
fucking guy.
Okay, we were already out of material. There's states right now across the US that do not have siding and roofing. Like there's a wait, they don't have fucking brick.
That's crazy. It is crazy.
It's the truth, they don't have this shit. I had like 2 of the head guys from Beacon in my office last week, and they flat out warned me about aluminum. Like they were flat out like, hey man, we're gonna be a lot of trouble with aluminum this year. Stuff's gone. They don't have people to do the jobs anymore. They're out of the product, yada, yada, yada. We're already in a bad spot. I said from the beginning of this whole fucking pandemic, this was an attempt to kill the middle class. And I believe the Ukraine thing is part of that puzzle. And I believe it's still happening. And that's fine. My belief doesn't matter. But, get political. But the reality of it is, our prices were already on the rise. They're going to get worse. So when you're sitting there talking to your customer, do we got a deal? Are we ready to go? And that customer's like, I don't know. I want you to look your customer dead in the eye and remind them of a few things. I got to be honest with you, man. COVID, our prices already got cranked. I had 4 increases last year. I have another COVID increase coming in April, and war struck out yesterday. Let me be really honest with you. You can do whatever you want, dude. We have a waiting list for everything, for a good reason. I can't get the shit for a good reason. Right now, if you don't sign, you might be paying a whole lot more money. Now, I know that you think I'm a sales guy and blah, 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 but the reality of it is, no disrespect. Right now, you guys need us more than we need you. Don't say that in a bad way. But if you say it in the right way, it will click something in their brain. Do you know why? Because they've been furniture shopping. They have. They tried to buy a fucking couch and they were told there was a 3-month wait. It's a couch. They've been in the grocery store and there's been no chicken. You know what I'm gonna tell my customer when I'm sitting in that same conversation? Those last two lines.
I tried buying chicken
Man,
yesterday.
go buy some chicken. Go buy a fucking couch. Go fill up your gas tank. Go buy a new Ford. Have you seen prices?
Fuck. I just bought a used
I
car.
don't
10
own
grand
this
more.
fucking company, man. I work for it. This is my job. Right? Tell them that. This is my job. I want to feed my family just like you want to feed your family. Man, I'm telling you, I've never seen increases like we have right now. You better get in this shit now. Let me take care of you because it's not going to happen again. It's not even a lie. We just wrote on our contracts, we had it added, they're coming, that if our product goes up above 10% between the time that you sell that customer's job and we install the job, we are going to charge the customer for that money. We had a meeting about this yesterday. And some people in here didn't agree with me that I was doing that. Here's the truth. And I tell my customers this. Here's the truth though. Most companies work on margins that are very small, right? So if I have an increase of 10, 12, 15%, 20% in 1 year, what happens to the company?
Goes under.
It's out of business.
Yeah.
If we make 4 or 5% per year, usually what it is, right? You make 4 or 5% per year and all of your price increases 20% and you don't do anything about it,
You're fucked.
nah, you're fucked. So, you know, I've never had to add this to the contract, it's added. And Mike sat there and said, we're gonna get some bad reviews. Fine. But at least I can write underneath that bad review, look, dude, what do you want us to do, right? Now, your customers aren't gonna see it unless they read the fine print. And if they do, no problem, we can talk our way out of it. But I'm bringing it up for a reason, because I want you guys to understand how real this shit is. So that when you're speaking to your customers, there's not a part of you that's like, maybe they're fudging it. There's no fucking fudging. No fudging. I want you to understand this because I want you to talk just like I talk when you're meeting with these customers and it's close time. When you're getting ready to walk out and that customer's like, I'm gonna go get it cheaper. I want you to remember, fuck if you are.
Right.
Do you guys realize I've done this business my entire life? And price increases have happened so rapidly that when I sat down last week with Beacon and they gave me my new price sheet, I said out loud, what the fuck is this? I couldn't even believe it. What? The guy at Beacon looked at me and was like, I know. I said, what the fuck? Our white vinyl siding right now per square, no accessories, white double four vinyl. Do you know how much white double four vinyl cost 6 years ago?
$800. Guess.
For the product,
I don't know.
60 bucks
For what?
For a bundle, right?
box?
for a box of siding.
A square?
60 bucks? Shit.
More than a square, I think, in a box, right?
Now it's like.
Just one square. I'm sorry.
Right.
$60.
Oh, okay.
I negotiated like $59. Whatever. Fine. That no accessories, no J channel, start nothing. Just plain fucking the cheapest siding you can get. 60. Do you know what it is right now?
163.
Yeah. Like literally. So 155.
Damn.
So
Fuck.
I can show you guys a price sheet. So anyway, and the accessories are fucking triple what they should be as far as the percentages. I'm
I
looking at
saw
this
that.
this thing and I'm like, oh my fucking God. So those siding jobs we sold from last year
Yeah.
that we still haven't installed, dude, we are taking the biggest fucking bath you would ever imagine. Not to mention that the labor that we're paying is way higher as well. And it's all increasing. It's right here in front of us. I'm saying all this because I want you guys just to have it implanted in your head.
Yeah.
So that when you're in there and you're doing the salesman thing, you're also remembering the business part of it. Because the reality of it is, y'all own your own business, whether you realize it or not.
Yeah.
You might work here, but you're self-salesman hustlers. If you don't sell it right, you don't make any fucking money.
I don't sell it all.
If I don't produce it, I don't make any fucking money. You know what I mean? Makes sense?
Absolutely.
Now you're gonna make me walk into a house and be like, fuck, man. You're screwed if you don't buy it from me.
Literally.
Might be the right thing to say.
Send a better looking rep though.
Maybe with less.
We're just shitting on Steve. It's so funny.
Something nice to look at,
It's
damn.
gonna be me. That's what happens when I wear white.
Maybe I should just wear a ski mask and all.
When you had your fucking corona mask on, you were
What'd you
right.
say?
Said shoulder to back, it's a back, it's again.
Back to back.
I've been
Sorry,
really
I just
pushing
needed
that
some
to
back.
all my customers though, is that I'm really just there to help them. I don't want to see them settle for something they don't need. I don't want them to
Yeah.
get price gouged by another company, and I definitely don't want them to spend less and get less. So I tell that to my customers lately. I've been really pushing
straightforward as
the
I fucking possibly can.
helpful side rather than the salesman side. Like, I can understand if you don't want to buy from anybody, but if you're gonna buy from anyone, I feel guilty if you don't buy from me. So
I'm about as transparent as it can get. Or I try to be.
And I've sold other jobs that way.
Mhm.
I've called Dave before and I was like, just trying to help him out right in front of the customer. I did that with the door wall too. Dave was about to hang up on me. I was like, wait, is that level 1 or level 2? It's a level 1. Well, shit, man, bump it for me. I need more money.
Mhm.
Trying to help them out. They're elderly or whatever. That sells. So
It's funny too when you're in a customer's house and you know you're giving them the farm
yeah,
and they still don't believe you.
yeah.
Yeah.
And me, I can do a better deal on the owner, right? So I'll be there, like, especially like old people, man, like, fuck, I'm gonna fucking take it.
Yeah, right, take it all.
Like, literally, like, I'll be in the house and she'll be like, how much on the roof? I'm like, I'll still do 20 grand, I'll do it for you for 12.
Yeah.
And she's like,
swear.
you trying to get to a fast one? I'm like, actually, it cost me 13. I'm just giving you a present. Like, and she's like, I don't trust you. I'm like, well, get some quotes, and when you see I really wasn't making a penny, call me back. I'm not gonna hurt you. And you like kind of laugh.
Bye, Grandma.
You can pay me in meatballs.
Yeah, seriously.
I just want to help you out. That's funny. So,
But you never got caught fucking put in the dark for trying to help You never got like caught in the dark trying to help them too quickly?
what do you mean?
Because it seems like you go in there, you're like, oh, it should be 20, well, here's 12 or whatever. Do you do that like immediately sometimes?
Oh no, that was just like an old lady that had no money.
Okay.
Oh, I never.
Oh, just fucking throw them
I try
right.
to keep them away from the old people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially the way.
But if I find out somebody here took advantage of an old person, I'll fire you.
Yeah, don't do that shit.
There's nothing wrong with making your money, guys. Make your money, but don't take advantage of some old person. Like I'll get pissed.
Yeah.
I get that a lot too from older customers. They're like, oh, the last guy was trying to pull a fast one or whatever. Like, oh, 30.
They're all fucking sleazy.
And this guy gave me one.
I had old customers
19.
wanting to buy.
Well, you know, so
everything.
there's a fine line because y'all are in commission anyways, right? So there's this fine line of like making your money and doing the right thing, and sometimes it can go a little crooked if you're fucking hurting. But if you're a good salesperson, your money will come to the point where you don't ever have to go crooked anyway. You know what I mean? You always have it. You build that bank up. It's just if you're missing your appointments, if you're not selling, one, you know. You can look at somebody like him. He might have got like the best leads ever. I don't know. You might suck. I haven't seen you yet. No offense.
No, I get it.
You might have just got lucky. We'll find out. Right? You haven't done that many sales yet, right?
Some gutters and bombed everything. So.
Okay, so maybe you're just getting the worst fucking leads ever. I don't know. I haven't seen your guys' leads. Dave will tell you that every sales lead is equal. I will say that bullshit. But I will say that everyone has an equal chance.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I've turned some shit that I'm like, you've gotta be fucking kidding me.
Can I ask you a question about kind of how things went with me yesterday? Just to get a little bit of input.
Yeah.
Because I ran into two very similar situations. Like the first house yesterday, I went to a rental property. It was an older couple. The husband's broke down now. He can't do a whole lot anymore. They wanted the platinum roof, but they were evicting the tenant that day. And before I got out there, she had already picked out a car. She wants to buy a car. They know they need the roof. I got her down 40% on the roof, and she looked at it. She goes, this is a great price. She loved every bit of our product, but she was like, I need to see where my finances are between my car and the roof. I got stumped on that because I didn't want to. They're, like I said, they're older, dude. They're broke down. They want what they want. And like, I just had a hard time selling them that roof because it was like.
So what'd you say?
What do I say to them? She told me that after the eviction, she was going to sit down yesterday and do her finances. And she said she wanted the best of the best products. And she said, I believe you're offering me a great product. She said, I just want to see if there's anything better out there. I told her, I really don't think you're going to find a lot better. But I just kind of gave her space with it. I said, I totally understand. You got the eviction today.
So I just bought a house in Florida, right? And I had all these quotes done for all this stuff. And down there, man, they're easy. They come and they're like, here's your price. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Here's calls. All right, have a good day. And they leave. I'm
Really?
like, oh shit. They all are, every one of them. Like, man, I would kill it down here. And you motherfuckers don't even try. It's
Move.
different world.
Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Go, Levi.
So
All of us go. All right, let's go.
maybe one day. So anyway,
Competition here too, though. That's what you guys.
I mean, you're right.
my
though.
point though is that everything's a little bit different. So for me, I'm gonna put myself in that same situation unless one of you guys want to answer. But if not, I will. I'll field it. So if I'm with a customer, because we all are, that's not quite ready to give you the commitment. This is where your bag of tools comes in place. Okay, and this is going to take some time. You're going to fumble for a minute, but after you get it, you got it, right? So for me, I like to really strike that chord with that person that I'm dealing with and make sure that they understand that I'm not trying to take advantage of them, because I'm not. But I am trying to be real with them because I fucking am. It's my job. So what do? Tell them the truth. So what's the truth about what she just said? The truth is she doesn't know what she wants to do yet. Fair enough. So I'm going to say something like this. Well, I can understand that, and I definitely would never want you to spend any money that you didn't have or anything like that. However, please understand that in my line of work, and it's no offense if you don't buy from me, fine, but in my line of work, if I leave, the chance of me getting a call back are almost zero. And they'll be, no, I'll call you back. I'm like, I appreciate you, I do, and that's fine, no problem, don't buy from me. But it is the truth, okay? Most of us have financial things that we have to figure out, we have to plan for. Do whatever you gotta do, no pressure, it's my favorite line. All right, no pressure at all. But if I leave here, chances of you calling me back are slim to zero. So before I leave, is there anything else that we could possibly work out to make this make sense? Because I would feel pretty lousy if I couldn't help you in this situation. You know, just lay it on them. And now there's a whole bunch of other tricks in your bag you can pull out now as far as deals and yada, yada, yada that you can do. But you have to explain to them the chances of me getting called back, man, they're almost zero. I don't want some other company to get the business, so I'd rather do whatever I have to do today to gain that business. You know, sometimes these guys will call me, because you guys will call Dave for a drop, but they'll call me too, and I don't like getting the drop calls, truthfully, unless it's like, hey, what do we fucking, you guys don't know what.
Yep. Bottom line.
What's that?
I said bottom
Yeah, when
line.
you're calling me, it's bottom line. Hey, man, what the fuck can we do? And I'll tell you to put me on speaker.
All in.
Yeah, you tell me.
20 squares, 512 pitch, all fucking in.
Thank you. Fucking hate it. Hello. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my, I fucking hate it.
I did it a couple.
They got grass in their front yard.
I did it a couple times and he was like, listen, I don't give a fuck. What are you doing? That's what he said to me. I was like, all right, not calling you again until I'm all in.
Yeah. Y'all are confusing the shit out of me. I don't calculate it like that though. Like,
He's driving and eating a sandwich at the same time, like.
I'm on a conference call and you guys are telling me about their dog. You really work with people. They got a dog. No shit. I can't believe it. They got a dog.
I'm sitting there like, I don't give a fuck, dude.
Talk about the dog for 20 minutes.
Now you just
Talk
gotta
about
tell
the dog for 20 minutes. Send me a picture of it.
Well, now when I felt like
Yeah, but me and you were working. There's a big difference between fucking dancing with somebody and watching somebody dance.
Yeah.
Right? You
Yeah.
can dance with a man. Don't be fucking weirded
You
out.
guys
about
can
it.
dance if you want to.
You watch him in the right
dance.
rhythm. I'm gonna dance with you.
Don't watch him
You
dance.
could. 'cause
You could actually talk to me about the dog and the grass and shit if you hit me with the right rhythm. Man, I better know what you're fucking doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit it.
Hey, Levi,
Yeah.
let's dance.
Okay.
Check this dog out. You want to FaceTime?
That's fucking funny. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, because then I ran into it again last night too. I got a young kid, he's maybe 28,
All right.
was only in his house for 4 months, so he just got his mortgage running. He's got holes in his roof. Like, I was pushing urgency. I was like, you just got your whole attic abated of mold.
Sure.
You got a couple of weeks before you're doing that again, you got holes in your roof. But he was scared because he just got his mortgage going, his student loans were picking back up. I got him at bare bottom pricing, like absolute lowest we could go, and he was like, I feel horrible having to turn this down. He was like, but I just don't know where my money's at. And then he told me Powers was there and they were double what we were. So like, you could see it in his face. He was like nervous.
Where does he live?
Warren, 11 and 9.
Oh man, we should go out there and
So if
see.
he doesn't know where his money's at, why is he getting a bunch of quotes?
That was kind of what I was asking
He's
about.
lying to you.
that's my fire.
He's got holes in his fucking
Fucking
roof.
lying to you. The other one too, the last customer that was talking about had nothing to do with checking their finances. You hit it on the head as you kept talking. They want to see what else is out there. You didn't sell them.
Well, that was weird because
They're getting more
yeah,
quotes.
but I was asking them
Nothing to
about
do-
that, and
it-
they said they didn't want anything but the best. That's why they had Rob.
Okay,
Scott out.
so
They're
what
still
if
shopping
we?
it. They're still shopping it.
Yeah, I guess.
It's okay, you'll get it. But with that guy last night, when he said that, did you ask him how he was gonna pay for the roof?
Yeah, he said he had between 8 and 12 grand. He said that's what he had. So I said, if you were to put 10 grand on this, and Anthony had a good point. I didn't physically put the financing in front of him. I only had my last financing on my 55% drop, so I didn't show him financing had he had put money down. But I think he was at like 142 already at or no, he was just a little over 200 for the monthly payment. So, and I tried talking him into that, like, well, you could put down what you have now, that this brings.
He didn't want to do the financing?
Cause he had the student loans kicking back in, so he was like scared of the mortgage payment, the student loans.
And then financing
Truck
grew.
payment, everything was under financing, and then here's 18 grand, he was like, literally, he was like, I just have to kind of wait until my student loans kick back in, so I kind of know where I'm at. But he had holes in his roof, and that's what I was telling him, I'm like,
Did you tell him he didn't have a choice?
I didn't tell him just like that, but I did tell him, like, you just got your roof abated.
Yeah, if I go to a league where there's literally holes in the roof, as long as there's a physical way to get money from that guy, he's sold. Like, because all you really have to say at that point, and I get him, man, he probably does have 8 grand. He's probably hoping he can spend 8 grand. I completely understand it. But that would be the line I'd say. You probably are hoping to spend 8 grand. Here's the truth, man. You ain't got no choice. There's holes in your roof. You called me here for a reason. You already have powers. They were twice my price. Dude, this ain't gonna get no better for you.
That's what I.
At that point, you know?
Because then I was asking him like, well, who else are you gonna be calling out here? I said, because I'll be able to kind of give you a ballpark of what you're looking at. I was like, doesn't surprise me, Powers was twice as much, and I told him, if you call a company like Chuck and a Truck, I'm sure you'll get a cheap price, but I told him, I was like, you really like that guarantee I was giving you on the house, I was like, you're really not gonna get that with the smaller companies. And I just tried working it, but he just like, you could tell in his eyes, like he was nervous about the purchase he was making because he knows he needs a new roof. Like I said, before he was even able to move into the house.
Push him, man.
Yeah,
That's why he was nervous.
he needed a back rub.
Yeah.
He was ready to.
He was getting nervous that he was gonna.
He was nervous because he knew he was about to sign some papers.
Who's gonna go, who's gonna go?
And I
there
used the
and
survey
sign him?
on him too, and that's what I was asking him.
I'll go right now.
Go. When we get out of this meeting, go knock on his door.
Look it up. Shoot me the
He
address.
needs a little back rub.
I'll go right now.
Well, wait for the meeting done. If you ain't got no leads, go ahead.
If we don't have a 9, we'll go there right now.
If you don't know, or no.
So I tell people a lot, and look, you're gonna get it, man, you
Let's all
know,
go.
right? But I tell people.
Fuck it.
Well, we're not making any money, man. We're just trying to sell.
You got one rep for every hole you got.
Hey, we've talked
Let's
about
go.
this. We're all gonna put on a different shirt, no rocks out on it, and we're all just gonna go after each other.
That's fucking funny.
Single file line, I'm gonna wear Oaks.
You know what we did the other day?
Passed by the owner of
Yeah.
This sucks.
the nice fucking house.
Yeah.
Just gonna be sitting there ripping the felt paper every time.
It's
Like, damn, it's still ripping. It's so weird.
That's a fucking.
So I often tell the new guys, when you're dealing with customers, you got customers that literally need a back rub, and you have ones that need your elbow in their throat. And you have to figure out what kind of person that is. If you've got a guy that's really nervous and scared, he needs a back rub. Don't get up and rub his back. He needs you to. He needs you to explain to him why he doesn't have a choice. And you'll get it, man. You learn. When he started, you learn.
It was hard too, I didn't work the angles, he told me he had water dripping on his drywall, I was like, dude, you're talking 30-40 grand if this continues to just leak, and then I said, you just got your attic done, you're gonna be redoing.
How much did it cost him for the attic?
The previous homeowner had to pay for the attic, because when the
How much?
inspector, I didn't ask.
Yeah, get that out.
How much was the roof?
I don't think he would have known, it was on the previous.
What price were you
They
at?
had to get that done before he could
18,
even
I
buy
think
the
it
house,
looked at it.
so I don't know.
Was it 18?
Yeah.
How big is that?
40 square.
Oh, it's a big roof.
Holy
With the
Oh, you were
house-
with him?
House and garage, right?
House and garage.
You were
Was
with
it
him?
40 square?
No, I think it was like 25, 26.
Oh,
I
you
think the house was 14 and the garage was 11.
Oh, sorry.
Like 35 square.
Attached garage or detached?
It was like 25. Exactly. And some
Well,
weight.
ask him the question, what kind of payment can you afford without taking food off the table?
How old was he?
He's like 28, and his student loans have been on hold for years. That was like. I was
Single?
I didn't, yeah. he
Yeah,
was single.
and I can attest for that too, because my buddy Griffin, his student loans were frozen when COVID started.
He's like, he was freaking out about it. He was like, I just bought this house. He's like, I have no idea where my money's.
The last thing you wanna do is destroy your house, this is your biggest investment, right? You gotta,
That's what I
you
was-
can't afford not to get this roof done.
I didn't do it with a lot of urgency, like,
That's the game, man, that's what you gotta do, cause he's gonna continue, and be careful too that you don't plant the seed, cause you didn't kinda mention.
Yeah.
You can have Chuck and a Truck come in here, they can do it a lot cheaper. Don't plant the seed that you can find it, he already had the price double of what we are.
Yeah.
So he knows nothing, we are the cheapest.
Think of it.
Now he's thinking, well, maybe I can find it for somebody doing it at $8,000, you just kinda open that door for him, so be careful on that part, but.
Do it on your price sheet. You can have Chuck and the Truck come in here and do the builder grade for 10.
I don't want that.
I can do it for 10 too, and you can have a reliable company that you can call on Christmas and Chuck and the Truck won't be there. He'll be
Sounded like that guy needed to get punched in the mouth and a back rub.
Yeah.
A little bit of both. I mean, he was terrified. He just bought that house. He was fucking terrified.
You guys gotta remember too, that just when you get nervous in there and you're trying to close it, you don't have a hard sales job. You guys are blessed. Remember that. The hard sales jobs are ones where you go chase your own sales. Right? And they exist all over the place.
Mhm.
We pay a lot of fucking money to give you these leads. That means those customers are actual buyers. You're not knocking doors, no, maybe. Like, you're sitting with people that want things done.
I heard a statistic for every lead that you have called into an office, regardless if it's home improvement or whatever, about 80% of their mind is already made up that they're gonna buy the product. It's just that 20% that you have to convince them of.
Well, it's true, and it might even be more than that, but that's my point. So when you're like, I don't know what's happening, I don't know what's happening, I know what's happening, you just didn't sell it.
No.
And I'm not trying to like piss in your weeds. Nico, it took a while to get going in here. And then he just bloomed. One day it clicks. One day you do a sale and it just fucking clicks and you're like, Jesus, all right, I got this. But yeah, I want to really put that in everybody's head this year and any new sales guy we get, because I want people to start crushing it. Like to me, if all I did was ran, and I'm not being arrogant, man, but if all I did was ran sales all day, fucking 5-6 days a week, I would crush 3 million every year. I mean, wouldn't even be hard. Because they're buyers. You're not cold knocking. When we first started this business, we cold knocked. We were a canvassing company, and that was a little bit tougher of a lead. I mean, they can be okay, but it was a little tougher because you do get those people that are just shopping. And you still get the people that are shopping now, but if you run 5 leads and you don't close any of them, and you're making excuses, but the reality of it is,
You're not good enough.
I want to say you're not good enough. You're not allowing yourself to be the best that you can be. You know, it goes back to basics, and here's our basics. And this is a board that we should all think about, and you should make your own. And I've said this to you guys before. Dave's heard it 1,000 times from me. But you know, in my life, I have this board, this wall, so to speak, and it's a point system from 1 to 100. And it touches on everything I can do. What kind of car I drive? Did I shave? Did I shower? Do I smell like smoke? Am I gross? Am I being kind? Am I being generous? Am I listening? Am I being helpful? You know, am I saving money? My personal life, my business life, everything about it, right? I could take that board right now and I could put all of our names across it, and everybody could have their own channel. And then I could look and we could tally it all up and see who the winner is for every single day, and it'll probably change. Or it might always be Dave Miko. We don't know, right? But the reality of it is, if you looked at that board and you really sat there and you made your own board and you go home tonight, kind of a cool thing to do. It will push you to be a better person in every aspect. So when you're about to leave the house and you're wearing a shirt that's 3 days old and smells like shit, and you fucking open your book up and you see your list of 50 items, and you're like, how hard is it for me to change my shirt? And there's a wrinkle in it. I mean, maybe it didn't kill my whole day, but it wasn't great, right? Did I skip shaving? Yeah. Should I have? No. You know what I mean? Did I wash my car? Did I brush my fucking teeth? If I'm a smoker, do I smell like smoke? It's all this bullshit, right? Your checks. Did I put some money away? It's looking at your whole life and everything. It's what winners are made out of. The problem is most of us, including me and everybody in the world, we get off that list all the time, man. Because life is hectic and busy, right? It's like go to the gym, and then I fall off and I get fat and I'm fucking the king of it now. So it's constant, back and forth, right? And I hate myself for that because I should be going every day. It's part of my list. My list says you fucking go to the gym and I keep falling off. So I don't think that everybody really understands that list is something that you make on your own to become better.
Yeah.
Because one good turn deserves another. Do it. Make the list. What is it to you? Add to that list. Add to it all fucking year. And then shoot to make it all 100. It's going to be impossible, but fucking try hard. What can I do to just get myself a little better, a little better? What happens if every day you work on yourself to become that much better in your job and in your personal life?
You get better.
Well, you not only get better, you fucking win.
Mm-hmm.
It's the truth. Every successful person in history has won. They don't just get better. They win. Make sense?
Yeah.
You guys got any questions for me?
Damn, now I don't even need to pay for a seminar. You hype me up.
Good.
We're all right. We're all fucking writing today.
Yeah.
You're all right.
Sell them like Tony Robbins or something. You'd be a good motivational speaker. I
Yeah,
think it's your voice, Levi.
maybe one day.
Very comforting.
Very confident. But I can switch that shit up. I'm a chameleon, motherfucker. I think we went over everything. Yeah, if you guys ever want to sit down with me, let me know, please. I'm glad to. I say the same shit. I'm just saying it a different way.
So where's that house in Florida? Where's it at? I saw the pictures on Facebook. I just don't remember.
Same city, right? You bought one for you, one for renting?
No, it's the same thing.
Same house?
Yeah, same one.
Oh,
Where's it
same
at?
house. Oh, okay.
Cape Coral.
I thought you bought two. Oh, because on your Facebook it
I
said.
bought a second home and when I'm not using it, Airbnb it.
Oh, gotcha. I think
Yeah.
your second home
Is Joe
total.
there
I
right
thought you meant
now?
you bought two in Florida. I was like,
Oh,
damn, shit.
No, I just bought the one.
I thought you bought in Fort Myers.
I got a good deal on that.
Cape Coral.
Well, Fort Myers is right next to Cape Coral.
Yeah.
I didn't get there.
They're really
I
close.
haven't been there, so.
I got it in a good spot. I'm in Southwest. It's
Nice. Nice.
right by the water
How
and,
much a week?
Which bridge are you by to get to Fort Myers?
$3,000 a week.
huh?
Which bridge are you by? You're supposed to.
Oh, I'm in the bottom.
Like,
I'm bottom
Yeah.
of Cape Coral.
so you go up and then over and then down to get
It's
to the
fucking
beach.
nice over there,
I
man.
know.
You know what's funny though? I've been there a lot now
Yeah.
and I don't even go.
To the beach, because there's fucking traffic. It takes you 3
I don't
hours
care
to
about
get
that.
there.
I just don't even fucking go. There's so much to do there.
There's
Yeah.
so much more.
Like, dude, like downtown Cape Coral,
It's fucking awesome.
it is. I was like, oh man, I should have bought here a year ago. And then, I mean, if you want to go to the beach, you can go to Boathouse. They got that little pier there, which is fine. But I've been exploring. Like, I went to North Fort Myers the other day, which I thought was a shithole, and I actually had a blast up there. It was like a little zoo up there. It's fucking cool. I went to this cage, like the size of this room. There was armadillos running across my
What
feet
the
and shit.
fuck?
They got a water,
What?
they got a
You're
water
out there.
park in Cape too.
Huh?
A water park, like
Yeah, I haven't been
slides
there
and
yet.
shit.
Armadillo.
But I was working on the house. I'm going back Sunday. I'll be there for like 8 or 9 days. For spring break for a week, but other than that, I'm done.
Keep
I'm
doing what
I'm
you're
just gonna
doing, bro.
rent it And then
Fuck yeah.
go back to work. I'm gonna grind hard this year.
We all
Yeah,
are.
I want to turn you guys all into just fucking monsters. Anybody that wants it, you know? If you don't want it, don't stick around. But if you do want it, man,
If you don't want to get out now.
and you know, I know y'all don't even, I can say it and you can shake your head like you understand, but you really don't understand it. You don't.
We don't.
You don't understand it. You don't understand that there's millions of dollars that was spent to build this foundation.
Yeah.
Like literally, I
Oh, yeah.
just gave you a platform to stand on millions of dollars of branding. It's a newer company still. It's 10 years old, but
That's new.
millions, not a couple dollars, fucking millions.
Not a couple.
Millions, right? And you have to buy your business. That's millions and
Tons of
millions and
money.
millions. Instead of taking this profit every year, just goes right back. And we built this fucking this mountain so that when you go into people's houses, they know who you are. That's why when you don't close, like when I see days where people aren't closing, I'm like, man, y'all better wake the fuck up. Because these buyers are disappointed when you walk out. They're like, oh, I was gonna buy from that fucking guy.
Yeah.
But he didn't even talk to me. He was cute.
It's just you sometimes, man. I've been doing really good on like killing the social anxiety, but
Oh, good.
once the boss gets
How you doing this month?
this month, like 55 grand, I think.
How many leads you got this week?
Probably 7 or 8.
How many closed?
9.
That's terrible.
I only got into like 3 of them, though, but it's still terrible.
It's like a fishing story.
Yeah.
7 or 8 and you close 0. Well, I don't want to piss in your leaves, but that's awful.
Mhm.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do about it?
Okay. Keep doing the damn thing. I went to the gym this morning. Going to the gym in the morning seems to be the little thing that sets off the day. So.
So every sales guy has the same thing Anthony's got. They're either fucking winning or they're losing, right? I'm gonna pick on you for a minute.
No, it's
I
okay.
can't because I love Anthony. But he's got severe. He's like, so we just need to smack Anthony around so I'll wake him up because Anthony's a good dude. And you need to believe in yourself and get out there and kill it.
That's right.
That's right. Because you're a good dude. And you got this. Yeah. You're gonna get fired up though. You're gonna have a fucking big ol' that year.
Yes, that's right.
That's right.
I have a numbers question for you. What would you say would be acceptable closing percentage? Like, what's realistic? Like, where should we all be realistically? Where would you expect it to be?
I mean, like,
It's a good
I
question.
can say numbers that I
I know it's
We want, that's what I want. That's what I want to
What's a
hear.
realistic number, because to me, it's like, if I'm closing 20%, I feel good, but I don't feel good. You know what I mean?
Shouldn't feel good.
I know, but it's just the reality of it. That's basically where we're all at, about 20%.
I think you should be over 50.
No,
50. Okay.
depends on the numbers, man. You don't look at your numbers.
What was the average?
You were in that no 20.
Was that higher?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Go over it every week and every.
I'm saying,
Yeah, but you're basing
I'm
it
not
off of-
saying per year.
You're
I'm
basing
saying
it just
like
off the
weekly,
sits.
like weekly.
You're basing that off just straight sits.
No, that's off the demo. That's off of what, yeah, it sits.
Mhm.
Right, not your conversion percentage, but your actual sales percentage. I mean, as a company, I think we were around 36% last year.
We need to get it up to 50. Because that's where you should.
About 45, 50.
Yeah, I'm thinking per week, because you can, throughout the year, you know, you can have those really good weeks, those really bad weeks. I'm talking per week. Whether you have 25 fucking shit leads, you should be able to close 30, 40% per week.
Should.
But that's where
One
my
out of
fucking
three.
head's fucked up. You
One
know?
out of three.
Yeah, 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3
You
is,
you get
That's
3
leads,
leads,
fair.
you demo 2, you should sell 1.
okay.
That's, you know. You should be
Yeah,
around 50%.
I'm a numbers person,
And when we
so
pass out the numbers, looking at it,
Mhm.
that's where you see like, you know, the closing percentage versus the demo percentage. But you know, your demo percentage is through the roof. You're like 95% or something.
I know, because I have a problem saying no.
You just throw out numbers instead of getting down to the kitchen
Yeah, but you
table.
also had a pretty
That's
good
why your
first year.
percentage of closing is down.
So you're gonna do way better this year. You're gonna kill this year.
Yeah,
First 6
Well,
months.
I wanna know your totals. What am I at, like 200?
For the year?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's in
I think
Salesforce.
that's pretty good.
Well, you're gonna get everything wrote down from the last few years and put it back up here.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't
What
realize that
are
board was clean.
those spins?
Yeah, what about
I
them
gotta say,
spins?
bro.
That was cool.
Oh, and hey, don't give away the farm either. I was gonna touch on that.
I got a question. Were you guys handing out a $500 discount at the home show or something?
Yeah.
What was that about? How do we react to that?
showboat.
Because he like slapped it on the table and I was like, I've never seen that.
Well, before you present the price, you're supposed to ask them, how did you hear about us? And you have.
No, and I did all that, but
Okay.
still, I've never seen it. I
Well, if you
don't,
want that, I'll take back the 10% I gave you and give you the $500.
so that's how it works. I wasn't sure because
It's however you want it to work.
Yeah.
no, I get that, but then I read it and it says it's not stackable with any other deals. So like,
Exactly.
again, I
It's however you want it to
It's-
work.
That's
what you said.
None of the discounts are real.
You know where the
It's
bottom
the
is.
salesperson's perspective to put it into the homeowner's eyes, however the fuck you want.
Yeah, I'm usually.
And there's a system that they're teaching us how to do it, but it's the insides of it that is up to you to decipher with the
And then
homeowner.
make that phone call, man, this
That's
guy
what I would-
blindsided me, he gave me this $500 coupon, is this something new that I didn't know about, or where can I apply this to the
Yeah, you
other,
can always.
Perfect.
you know?
That's what I was gonna say, just call, be like, yeah, it's not combinable with any offer, but.
Listen, you're gonna get deals.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a deal, 'cause we've got advertising,
Well,
everybody's
so
got different
honestly,
things.
what I told him was like, I was like, honestly, I was like, this is my first time seeing that. I was like, but in this situation, I was like, I'm gonna tack it on for you because I'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission right now. You're showing me this $500 off. That's what I'm gonna give you.
Good
That's
enough.
what I told him. I
That's
was
fair
like,
enough.
honestly, I was like, if I get in trouble for this,
Good
hey,
way to do it.
That's a good way for you to do it as a rookie, but there's always gonna be a deal. So like when I go into customers' houses and they, because they'll trick me up too after I vary in the price, like, what about this deal? I go, oh, is that what we're running right now? Fuck, I own the place, I don't even remember. Like, and I'm just gonna tell them whatever I want. You know, I know that you got that coupon, I can appreciate it, but I've already applied that coupon. What are they gonna say? You're a liar? Yeah, call me a liar. I already walked in with my best deal forward.
Yeah.
So it's way to do it. Don't give away the farm though, man. I wanted to touch on this. When you're negotiating with a customer, you're fucking there. I mean, really, you are. If you're already at that negotiation point, that customer hasn't told you they hate your guts.
You don't always have to
You're
drive.
dancing with the customer, you're there. You guys play Hold'em?
Yeah, sometimes.
All right. This is a good way to think about it. You know how when you're playing a Hold'em and you got a pair of sixes
Fucking hate.
and you're in a fucking hand with 3 other people and you flop the pair of sixes and there's a jack and a queen out on the board. Somebody bets, you fold, you got sixes, right? Those sixes win 9 out of 10 times.
Throw a call in there.
You guys know that?
Fuck yeah, they do.
Cause you got up there and they ain't got
Fucking
shit.
care, right?
If someone thinks they have a face card,
They're bluffing, man.
they're gonna win.
Yeah, it happens.
Call them out on their bluff.
What's that?
I said call them out on their bluff.
Yeah, it happens. I completely lost my train of thought.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
We were talking
So we're
about
sending
not
somebody
giving away
to
the
vote
farm,
Senate, so
I wanna say
what?
not giving away the farm and playing Texas Hold'em.
So there we go. That's my whole point.
Pocket sixes.
No, seriously, that's my whole point. When you're sitting, and I don't care how experienced you are, when you're sitting and you're negotiating with somebody, you're playing cards, okay? Now, if I'm negotiating with Anthony and I want my deal bad, I need to eat. It's $20,000 roof here, sir. What do you say? Can we get it done? He says,
I like it, but give me.
oh, okay, no problem. Let me see. I might be able to take 10% off, and 15% off, and 20% off, because whatever, right? Because in your brain, you're thinking, fuck, my price is too high. I gotta be able to do a big drastic drop. It's kind of like playing a hold'em, man. It's like you're holding those fucking sixes. And you gotta remember, God damn it, man, these sixes are probably strong enough. It's the same mindset. So it's like $20,000. Like, I gotta think about it. I'm like, all right, well, let me see what I can do. Obviously money's a factor, right? It always is. I don't have thousands in this, man, I don't. But I definitely want to earn your business today. What do you think a fair price would be on this property? I'm not gonna just fucking go into a 10.
I like that.
20% drop, because
Like that.
you're giving away all of your money, right? And all my money.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong, you do what you gotta do to get that sale, because even if you're selling a bunch of 3%ers, it still adds up and the business still stays going. So we want whatever we can get, right? But don't give away the fucking farm, because most of the time you can negotiate hundreds instead of thousands with people. The second that you start dropping the price by $200 or $300, do you know what goes through their head?
We're running out of money.
Fuck, man.
We're running out of money.
We're running out of money. There's not much there. These people aren't lying. God, dude, listen, man, back in the day, I'd be able to drop this thing like $4,000 for you. It was cool. Then COVID hit, and guess what? Now we have a fucking war.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't, but I want your business. How about I drop it 400 and we start there? You know, whatever you gotta do. Just don't give away all your money, guys. I wanna see you guys all kill it. I wanna see you guys fucking buying Porsches and shit by the end of the
I
year.
want 8% average. That's what I want this year. If I sell $1 million, 80 grand, 2 million, 160. That's what I want, Mike.
Me too.
But that's also another thing I want to get into, because I'm glad you said that, don't give away the farm, because is there a point where, because I know, like you say, we all decide how much we get paid, right? That's our whole point. But there should be a time where you want to hold your ground, whether they buy from you or not, right? You don't want to just drop the bottom, leave it at that.
Well, yes and no, because the company still has to eat.
Right.
You still have to eat. The crew still have to eat. So we still have to hit our volume, but
So if you can't sell it, leave it at bottom. You should be at bottom before you walk out.
To 20%.
Yeah.
20% under.
but you should be able to hold your ground before you drop it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for me, if I'm starting at 20,000 and I know I can go down to 16 or whatever, I'll bottom out at maybe
17.5.
17.5 maybe.
Need some room.
And I'll bottom. I'm like, I'm fucking done. I got nothing left, dude. Right? And then I'll try it and I'll tell him why he's got to buy it for 20 or 30 minutes before I'm finally like, dude, I can't even do it. But what if I do for 16 or whatever? And that's the guy's like, yeah, or he says that, dude, 16. Eventually I might just be like, dude, you beat me. I don't care. Whatever. I'm not making any money today, but fine. You know, but I'm going to hold my ground for a minute before I get to that bottom. Okay. I got nowhere else to go if I'm at the bottom.
Right.
Right? You're done.
Other than up. At a zero.
Well, you know, and there's some types of people that you're working those bottoms and then you talk them into other things and then you take that price back up with another package.
Mhm.
And next thing you know, you sell them in a middle package or you give them that top dollar package for a little bit of a cheaper price and they think they won too. It's all negotiations game. As long as there's money for them to pay from financing or from their bank, price does not matter. Remember that for the rest of the week. When's the last time you guys bought a couch?
Facebook.
I don't think I ever have.
You
Anybody
order,
care about a couch?
you order a couch today, you'll be lucky to get it by next year.
So I just bought a couch in Florida, a month ago. And, I'm a cheap fucker too, but I'm not. I'm actually, I like to spend money. So I'm a little weird. But I can tell you this much, when I was in the store and I was walking around and I was looking at all the price tags of these couches, at the end of the day, you know what couch I bought? The one I wanted. Doesn't matter. I can sit there all day long and talk my fucking stupid, crazy brain into why I should spend little. You're gonna rent this house anyway, just spend a little bit of money. Oh, fuck that, you like nice shit, get the fucking baddest motherfucker here. And then have that war in our head that we all have. But at the end of the day, I bought what I wanted and the price no longer mattered. So it's like that with everything that we buy anyway.
Did they have it in
That's a good
stock?
story to tell a customer, for sure.
It is.
It is in stock?
It was.
So you were able to get it?
That was the other reason I bought it.
Lucky
Yeah,
bastard.
it's right there in front of you.
Okay, because I was wanting like even more. And the guy's like, you gotta wait 4 weeks. I'm like, 4 weeks? Are you
What, you
fucking
won't get it
crazy?
in 4 weeks.
I'm not waiting at all.
You wouldn't even get it.
You know what
in
is
4 weeks.
fucked up? So this couch, like, literally, I was pissed, man. This couch, we sat on it, and it was like the most comfortable couch ever. We fell into. I was like, oh, this thing's awesome. And they dropped it off, and it's hard as a rock. So I get back down there, and I'd be like, the fuck, you did some tomfoolery on me? Give me this goddamn wooden couch. No, seriously, it sucks. Dawson just came there and called me. He goes, the fuck did you buy? I was like, dude, at the store, you fell into this thing. It like wrapped around you.
You gotta break it in.
Those motherfuckers. No, fuck that. Dude, it was a brand new model. Because I was in the same couch store 3 days previous and I didn't see it. And I went back with Tammy and we walked in and we sat in it. And I was like, damn, this thing's bad to the bone. And the guy walked up, he's like, yeah, it's like they stuffed it with air or something, huh? I'm like, yeah, this thing's sweet. And then they dropped off this hard ass couch. They only had that couch for 3 fucking days. It didn't get broken that quick. Yeah.
I've been pissed.
So anyway,
Well, I mean,
So what'd you do?
you know what? I'm gonna go
Joe
Facebook
Bloom might
Live
have
next
wanted
week
to
so y'all
jump
can
on
watch
that.
me freaking out in the fucking couch store.
please.
Please
That'd be
do
funny.
it.
Oh, you gotta get a.
I'll walk her up like, hey, I'm like, hey, how you doing? You motherfucker. I gave you my fucking money.
Or just videotape and put it in the group chat.
It's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, could you just put it in the group chat?
You're gonna walk in with like,
I don't know about stuff on your Facebook.
No, dude, I had to couch everything on private.
They got a
Yeah,
new
right.
Facebook page, and now look it up.
It's funny.
It's hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Anthony, did you post a video the other day where they had like this camera outside of a car drifting?
Yeah.
You need to get one of those cameras.
Do you
I
guys
think it's just a
got anything
selfie
for me?
stick with a certain,
Any questions?
no?
Just stick them on the back of, oh.
No? How many leads we got today?
I got 3.
17.
Hell yeah.
Make sure you guys are working your customers. When you leave, stay in contact with your customers. Do not be lazy. You'll be on the bottom of the board for the year if you're lazy.
Mhm.
Get it?
Yep.
Work your fucking customers. Call back your customers. If you almost had that customer the night before, call them again in the morning. Hey, man, I'm calling because I want to earn your business. That's it. What can I do? Maybe there's nothing left in the price, man, but I'm offering you me. They'll like it. They will. They'll eat that shit up.
Unless you're ugly.
Right. For you say, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm offering you Anthony.
I called you over.
He
the
might
phone
not
and said-
talk correct, but he's cute.
He's cute.
It's funny. Yeah. How many are you gonna do this year? How much?
How much?
Yeah.
300.
You know what we should do? We should put up on the board what they all guesstimate they're gonna do for the year. Leave there so I can stare at it. I like that idea.
Right now,
Right.
leave it there.
Right now.
So Levi, Dave,
Own it, write your name up there, put
Go
your fee on
ahead. You go
it.
first, Anthony. Do it small in the corner.
Dave keeps saying we need to talk to you about wheel spins for hat tricks and shit.
You're gonna talk to me.
It's up to you,
We're
man.
getting told for the last.
Yeah, for the last like
2
3
years.
months. Oh, 2 years. Well, I haven't been here that long.
Another 2 years.
October 15th, 20.
Be realistic too.
2020.
300 million.
I remember it, because I went and saw that.
21,000.
2,100,000 and 100.
That's weird. What was
Yeah.
that random 100 for? At 8%, man. Oh, you don't like that anymore?
I thought that was kind of cool.
I didn't.
He's like being specific. $135.62.
I feel like
And I'm gonna hit it, damn it, that nice fucking contract of the year. and
2.1?
I feel like I'm growing into dyslexia. Do you ever feel like that?
I already had dyslexia.
Oh.
I got like 17 line disorder.
I never went to the doctors.
I am what you call partially retarded. Not even kidding. If you guys ever want to hear my retarded story, I'll tell you. Julian, 1.5.
I can't even reach that high. I'm gonna have to put my.
He's like, you motherfucker.
He's short and ugly.
You're realistic now.
Yeah, he's made his face. He's short and ugly.
1.8 at 5%?
It comes through right here, that's what he usually does when it's signing in.
All right, Miko.
Oh, I get to do this too?
I'm not selling any 3% this year at all.
Oh, you're gonna sell some.
No. Mm-mm.
It's better to sell 3% than not sell it at all.
I'm not sure
You did that just being ass weird.
Well, I thought we got rid of rehash. Didn't we?
Man, why you so small? We can't
Didn't we
read
get rid
that.
of rehash?
That's what she said.
No, I mean,
Miko,
for
come
you
on,
guys in
man.
the house.
Come on,
go
Miko.
down low, but
Oh, dude, I can't even see that shit.
you said right, it's small.
That's too small. What does that say?
It says 2 million.
2 million at what percent?
Me?
Oh, at what percent?
You know what, Miko? You're full of shit.
What?
You're a fucking lying your ass off. You ain't shooting for 2 million.
I'm shooting for 2 million.
You are a fucking liar.
You're shooting for 3.
I'm shooting for 2?
You should be shooting
You're a
for
fucking
3.
liar.
You were
You're
2.5 last year, bro.
2.6, don't fucking doubt me.
So you're gonna sell yourself short
No.
this year than last year?
Yeah, I'm gonna sell 2 million at higher dollar amounts, so that way I don't need to sell as much. Less customers, more money.
I like that, but you're still gonna crush 3. You're full of shit.
Yeah.
What do we
2
got?
mil first year,
Even.
fucking let's
At
get it.
10%.
At 10%.
Jesus.
Yes, sir.
even?
I'm explaining my discounts well. They're gonna
You got some
understand why.
balls on you.
That's what I'm talking about.
This time next
Funny part
time,
is-
his mouth, he was like, shit, I think it's some lucky. This is hard.
I 100% see him hitting that too.
1.2 at 5%. All right.
60 grand?
I didn't write a percentage, but I'll put a percentage on there real quick.
I mean, those are some pretty good guesstimates. I think honestly, a few of you guys are gonna crush those numbers up.
I really fucking hope so.
Our goal for this year is 15 million.
I like that.
Sales.
4.
Are you doing that?
Yeah, and it's pushing through, like when I go up here, it's.
We're
showing
missing
all this
Brian
stuff,
and,
it shows when
clear it
I'm
out
signing
and
in, but
Right now, up on the
sign
board,
in.
it's like just under 10 now.
So,
I think a couple of you guys are gonna crush it. I think Nico's full of shit.
What? Should I call Nate, ask him how much he's thinking?
Yeah.
Because he called me while we were in this meeting.
Wait. You
Put him on
should
speaker.
picture-
I wanna hear his response.
Now all year you guys.
You
can
should have
stare at it.
FaceTimed him, but booty naked.
Yeah, he probably is.
Damn, I feel like you guys are doing all this 7-8% shit, man. I feel like I'm selling myself short.
You are.
You are short though.
I know. I know, that's why whenever I knock on doors and customers are like super tall, I get intimidated.
Do you?
Yeah, I feel like they look down on me, literally.
Yeah.
Well, they do.
I know, but it's like short.
We make
young.
fun of
I
you
actually
guys
had
all
my
the time.
elderly customer that I sold the doorbell to yesterday. They were like, "How old are you?" I was like, 23. They're like, "How long you been with the company?" I was like, "Fuck." 3 years. Started when I was 20.
There you go.
That's what I said. And they're like, "Oh, okay, so I can trust you." That they know.
What's the craziest shit you've sold a customer?
Yeah.
Hey, that job that you, for that guy in Warren, how big was it? 40 square?
Like 12
I
years.
think it was like 25, 14 house, I think 11.
28 all in. Like
The
that.
neighbor, Lafrida.
Sounds the stupidest shit ever.
You should try to sell that this morning. Even if you gotta grab somebody to help you, I think you should try, because I think you can get it.
And you could get a tarp on it same day.
Yes.
Who's got what leads right now?
I got a 12, a 3, and a 6.
So do I.
Going out.
Oh, we got our leads.
I got a 12, a 3, and a 6.
I don't know, so like when I'm logging in, top Safari
You should,
bar, I'm pushing through like if I
Dave, you
log
should
in, then it
call that guy
refreshes
with
and sends
him.
me back to the login screen. I've done it
Can't
50
take
times. I know I'm not putting my shit in wrong.
If you can.
Yeah, I watched you take
Then
that.
take half the commission. I think you should. I think you can. I'm just curious. You wanna try it?
Wow. My fucking customer that I reset canceled.
You left him at 18?
Rock.
You know, did he pick out a color or anything yet?
Oh, no, he didn't pick out really.
What color did he
He's
have?
getting black.
Black.
Onyx black.
No, he had brown up there. He had brown up there, I'm sorry.
Onyx black, it's gonna look beautiful, trust me. What color is the house?
Unfortunately, it's the only color available right now.
I try and push
Onyx
everyone.
black, that's-
Dave, and you don't have to if you don't want to. I want you to try it.
Put
You don't
on
have
some
to.
cement stuff.
If you want to try to call him in another room or whatever, drop that guy to 17.5 even.
That's
which is
why
not
we-
much of a drop. And
I got 3 of
them. And I'll say the only color that I can do this at is black. And you gotta act now, our prices are, we're fucked. But we want your job because we know you have holes in the roof and we wanna take care of you.
House either has,
If you don't want to, no problem.
No, I won't.
Do it. Somebody else will do it. I just kinda
Just
wanna
put it
do
in my iPad. So it's gotta be something like my phone. How do
I miss you
I?
guys.
Oh,
I
dashboard.
miss you all too, man.
Actually,
I'm ready to get back to work.
Hell yeah, me too.
I try not to come here and talk too much. I don't wanna step on Dave's toes.
That's why I had in the corner.
But I do like sitting down with you guys. I think it's helpful. I'm gonna try to do it at least once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't eat ketchup I don't eat eggs in the morning without
You need to
ketchup.
erase that. That's the last thing you want to see.
What?
You don't want to follow art.
Me
You wanna go
either.
through that fucking day.
We're dancing.
my picture missing.
You gonna start saying that to customers too? I'm fucking dancing.
You're not
You're close shit off the table.
That's what the mindset needs to be.
It's gonna be like
It
that
is,
too.
but it's not.
It's
If you're
fucking
putting on
funny. The
board,
guy's like,